All right, guys, the attendance was 19,125. 25th consecutive sellout. The gate was 5.67 million. The bonuses went to Almeida, Walker, Aldana, and Diaz. They all won $50,000. It's been a blast having him here, and I wish him well. He and I had this discussion months ago at the offices. Whatever he moves on to do, I wish him nothing but the best. If he's starting his own organization or, getting into promoting or doing something else, I wish him nothing but the best of luck. It's been awesome having him here.
But how crazy was yesterday?
Well, it was crazy, but, if you think about it, 22 years we've been doing this, however fucking long we've been doing it, it's what we do. We've always done, we had that one year where the main event fell off. What is this, a MASH unit? What's going on around here? This is crazy. What are we in this is insane. We had one year where every main event fell off that year, and we had to, do some switching around, and it's a nightmare, but we get it done.
Right here. How did you score the fight between Daniel Rodriguez and Lee?
I thought Lee won the fight.
And a lot of people thought Lee kind of got the short end of the straw because he weighed 170, Daniel.
He did. They're right. You're right. The judges were wrong, in my opinion. It wasn't even like I was like, wow, that could have gone either way. I was shocked when they said split decision. Yeah, we literally just had a meeting the other day, and we're talking about, we're seriously talking about Africa now. We're actually starting to look at venues and cities to hold an event. So Africa is going to happen very soon.
Where does this rank in your mind among your greatest victories in the UFC?
I like it because it was the finishing touch on my contract. I have no plans on being back in the UFC. I have no plans on not being back in the UFC. Did I say that? That's what I said. He didn't want to get caught in that, so when he was in, he was like, what was the question?
Tony thought that you had practiced that so much that as soon as you shot him for a takedown, you were probably preparing for that for Khamzat in your initial preparation.
In life, anybody shoots on me, they get choked. Con Gracie style.
Did you watch Khamzat's fight?
Tonight? Yeah, I was watching on the warming up.
What did you make of his performance?
Lame, scared, boring, rookie, whack, pussy, lame, dick sucker. all those things.
What did you say to Tony after the fight? We saw you guys talking as soon as you let go of the submission.
Just respect. He's been around a long time and fighting a lot of people, put on a lot of good performances, put on a lot of fucking crazy fights, took a lot of damage. People could act however the hell they want if they've been done shit like that. To me, people are like, that person's crazy. This dude doing that nowadays. I'm like, whatever. He put on enough wars to do whatever the fuck he wants. So it's respect. And I like anybody who could have a career that long, especially in the UFC with the toughest fighters in the world. That's the hardest job in the world. That guy should be $100 millionaire.
And a lot of people, I think, were surprised that you never finished the trilogy with Conor. Is that something you would consider doing outside the UFC without the UFC's involvement?
What? Just kidding. No, I would like to finish the trilogy for sure.
Would you do that in boxing or just in MMA?
Well, that would not be a trilogy in boxing. That would be a number one. So we could do some of those too. But I'm gonna go do what he tried to do and show him how to do it.
Will you be ringside for the Jake Paul Anderson Silva fight?
Where's it at and when is
It's
it?
October 29th in Arizona. Same arena you fought Leon.
Yo, Jake Paul Anderson Silva, let me get some tickets. Ringside. Yeah, I'll go to that. That'd be sick.
True.
Oh yeah, my boy Chris Avila's fighting on that card. Check. Put the camera on Chris. There he is. Look at him. There he goes. Nah, he's fighting on the same card. So yeah, I for sure will be there. Hell yeah. What is the show called? It's MMA. We don't
Paul
fuck
versus
with
Silva.
Paul versus Silva. We coming. We're watching you fight.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe,
You never have?
Maybe he emailed you. I don't know.
I don't know how to read no email.
How did
You know what I mean? Like, I emailed you. I'm like, what are we going to do with that? 1,000 people email me. I don't know how to even get in.
maybe a TikTok. Maybe you
You
did a
better
TikTok.
text message me or write me on Instagram or some shit. Who
What,
else feels like that? Don't lie. Emails? You guys all take emails? I'm good.
when Khamzat felt his weight and he wasn't going to be able, how did that go? The negotiations to save the show.
I was like, you got to pay me. If you want to switch people on me in one fucking day, I just cut 15 pounds. It made me change my opponent. You guys got to give me more than you give any of the champions in this whole organization. They're like, stupid, we already give you. I was like, oh, one more than that then. So
How much more did they give you?
I lost count.
What do you think?
I fucked up my leg fighting Tony. I blocked hella kicks, a fuckload of them, dude, and my leg blew up like humongous. And I put this fucking ice on my shin because I had a ball on my shin, and it dripped down my whole sock and sucked my whole fucking shoe. What the fuck? This is a soaking wet Travis Scott.
You're gonna need some new kicks.
Look at that. The hell? They should have gave us these to walk out in, huh?
Would you do a shoey in that?
That's gross. No.
Thanks, Nate.
Hey, did you guys know Marco Monte came and lived with me at the trap house? Yeah, he likes sandwiches from Rayleigh's. Wrapped up in plastic. Well, like, we're gonna go eat. Like, I got a chef in my house, my boy Romulo. Luciano Ramos, he's from Argentina and he fights all over the place, but he's dopey. And then he lives in the trap house with me. It's a little ass house that I got. And it's hella ghetto. But it's cool though, but it's fucking little trap house. And we smoke weed all day there and chill and kick it. And then Marco Mandy came out to do a story and he stayed at the house for a few days. And we were getting smoked all night. He was smoking so much weed. He was getting so high. I was like, come on, hit the bong. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And anyways, I'm just playing. He wasn't smoking weed, but we was just trying to make him smoke weed. And they mad. And then, dude, this is a soaking wet Travis Scott. But it was dope. It was dope. Shout out to Inside MMA. I'm sorry I didn't ask your question. I forgot what it was.
Inside fighting. He always says inside.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say
Inside fighting. Appreciate it.
Inside fighting. Shout out to Inside Fighting. I didn't mean to do you like that.
Nate, question
What was
back
the question, though? Did I answer your question?
You got the submission at 209. I just want to know what that meant to you. You know, it's pretty cool. You're from
Yeah, that is cool. I didn't know that happened until my boy Chris showed me the picture, and it was dope.
How happy you were to squash the beef with Kevin Holland to start with, to get that out of the way.
What should I say? I don't know. So, the guy actually a nice guy, so I like him, you know. So sometimes we don't like each other before the fights. It's all normal, I know. Then we're coming for the war to kill each other. So now this war, like if he wants, like he can come to my gym and be one of us. And he's a nice guy, he's a good guy, tough guy, you know. He has a lot of things to learn. So yeah, he's one of the warriors. I'm happy I'm winning my fight, so I'm going home like with my money. Talking about like I'm the gangster on that shit, you know, like you don't care about the weights. Yeah. And they wanna jump on me, and when I was one there, so backstage, there was 10 guys. Yeah, I didn't give up, so I wanna fight them. If they come forward, it's like I wanna fight them, you know, one alone. So I don't care about that. So weights on this shit, you know. I cut my weight to 170 because my coach wants, so I want to be one of the best guy in the world and take like 3 belts, you know. So that's why we're doing that. So we're going back home, so we'll see what my coach say. I'm gonna listen to him. We're gonna go for everyone there as well.
And then you had said a few minutes ago that you would have killed Nate if you would have fought. But when you're watching that fight and you're seeing him turn around and put his hands on the octagon fence and kind of joking around with Tony Ferguson, what are you thinking when you're watching this in the moment?
Did you see a real fight? Did you see that fight? Did you see guys that fight? Did you see how they kicks, how they punches, how they wrestle, how they grapple? Did you see the guys is old? I'm young guy. I'm the killer. So I don't understand what the people talking about. I understand that he's guys from USA. He's home. This is his home. The guys like him. Okay, make that fucking fights in my country, and you will see. You will never will find some guy who will like Diaz there. So nobody gonna say Diaz name there. If we say it, they will kill them. So what? What now?
Makes most sense for you next? A Colby Covington, maybe a Robert Whitaker up at middleweight. Like, what makes sense to you?
Who's it? Robert?
Robert Whitaker.
I like that guy. So I just want to fight the good guys. I need some bad guy. So I want to fight some bad guy. And don't feel sorry for that. So I want to train with that guy. He's really good. Like, one of the best guys in the world. See, I was watching his fights. I've fun for this sport. I'm big fan. So I watch all things. I watch how he trains and all these things. And yeah, a lot of guys want to fight me. So Robert never said something bad about me. It's a lot of guys talking shit about me. I can go take their heads off. So we'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was it difficult to make the change given the short notice?
Right-handed to southpaw? Yeah, a little bit. We were more than ready for anybody to step up to the plate. This is my corner, went for the shot, should have kept it standing. Little details to expand on and to grow from. Nate's a game fighter. Can't say anything else like that. It's not like he's old and slow and stuff, you know what I mean? So hopefully the crowd at UFC 279 that was there and present got some blood splattered on him or something, you know what I mean? So I had fun in there.
I want to ask you, you fought nothing but great fighters, but what does it feel like when you see all those L's in your column, and does it shake your confidence in yourself?
Are you glad sports are back on in the world?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Are you glad sports are back on in the world?
Of course.
We'll say thank you then.
Thank you, Tony.
Well, you're fucking welcome. So that's what I'm going to say, dude. I mean, when it comes down to an L, it has to go in like what's been put on the table. Putting sports back on in the world, setting an example for these youngsters to not quit, to go in there and fucking not give a shit and take the next fight that's on the land. So I'm going to be real. I don't see any L's. I just see growth.
And will you stay at welterweight? I know you said at media day I think you were 14-2 at welterweight. This one was there. Are you going to stay there?
Oh man, I hang my hat at two different places besides home. I'm going to be real. At 55 and at 70. At 70, it's been 10, 11 years. I mean, shit, I was 14-2 with mostly knockouts. My body literally just got used to it. I fought in May. I lifted heavy. I was taking some weight gainer protein, doing it right. 5 exercises a day, 3 reps a piece. You know what I mean? Doing it like old school, high school, man, football. And I enjoyed it. The fans and the supporters, my family even first. It's a different me out there, and it's a different me right now. And I'm fucking thankful. Thank to God, man, that we both came out of there happy and healthy.
And finally, you obviously said you have a lot of respect for Nate. Nate has a lot of respect for you. This was his last fight on his deal with the UFC. What would you like to see him do after this?
I got the invite to their camp. So I'm going to be real, which is super cool. I got my own camp, which is awesome, but I'm not going to say no to them. Those guys are pretty fucking cool. I like the trophies, I like the medals, and I like the charts. Long time ago, I got burned out, and I started tearing my charts apart. I would take my medals and throw them in the woods, and I would get pissed at myself because I would be so burned out on the sport. I find a new passion for this sport, guys. From my heart, I really do, which is fucking crazy and incredible. Because, you think after 34 years, you would just get burned out on everything. But seeing you guys being up here at the press conference again, being able to do this win or lose, that's a fucking honor, man.
What else in this sport could you see yourself doing, Tony, if you're not a fighter?
I'm already going back to school for business in Harvard in about a month, in a couple of weeks, actually. So I kept my word, and I'm keeping my word. So you guys are like, well, he's going to go back to school. Yeah, right. No, I'm going back to school. I'm going for my business credentials from Harvard. And my buddy Lloyd and then Vitor Belfort, they're helping me with that. And after that, I'm going to go back to school and get my PT. So I'm going to keep my word like I've always have, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to do this shit, and I'm going to do that shit. It's like me going back to school in college and competing in wrestling. So thank you, guys.